Hello everyone, my name is Nathan, and today it's time for the second part of our Farming Manager 2018 first look. This is the immediate continuation of the last video, so if you haven't seen that, I would recommend you to watch it. Other than that, let's not waste any more time and dive into it. Okay, now it's actually time to plant the seeds. I totally forgot to actually purchase the seeds, so maybe, yeah, let's just purchase 100 pieces of grass seeds or so. You know what, since we're already at it, I think I also want to search for all the anti-fungus and insect stuff. I'm just gonna purchase 100 units of each of those. Anti-weed, there is as well. And I think we just received our seeds, so let's go ahead and plant these guys. Want to choose the grass seeds, machines, that one here, and of course we're missing the attachment for the seeding process. We need a seed drill. Okay, that's fine. We can buy one of you, and I want to park you, let me see, right there. Another thing I want to do is purchase some more grass so we can at least continue our silage progression here. Looking at this, we already produced some units, actually. We produced a lot of it. So if we have a look at the allowed food for the cows, we can see it is now mostly silage. We can of course also go ahead and sell our excess silage. So if we produce too much, we're just gonna automatically sell it. Let's actually set this up, auto trade. We can see silage right there. We want to sell everything that goes above 1,000 units, I think. So if we produce more than that, everything else is going to be sold. Let me see. Oh, we actually did receive the seeder. So let's go ahead and do this procedure once again. Want to choose the tractor, Harper Sharp, and the seeds drill. Of course, with the grass seed. So let's accept this. And we're finally going to plant the seeds for our first field. Yeah, there we go. She's actually getting the seeds from the warehouse. So I like these little details. Okay, there we go. We're actually completely done with our first field from the looks of it. What we could do is we could spray it with some anti-weed or anti-fungus, but I think for the time being that's not going to be necessary. But what I still want is I want to choose a machine here. Let's just go ahead and do that. So it's going to show me exactly the stuff that I need in order to spray the good stuff. Orchard sprayer, nah, we're gonna go with the normal sprayer right there. So let's purchase one of you. They're actually considered a big machine. Now, I guess the second field we can already go ahead, plow and cultivate before we decide what we want to plant on it. We can already see the grass starts to grow and it's gonna take 39 days. This is actually an entire year you're going through with all the correct dates. So it's not some kind of an invented year games usually have. In the meantime, look at that. We actually sold some milk and some honey as well. No, we didn't sell the honey yet, but we can have a look at our economy and we can see how much we got from that. 4,179 from the cow's milk. Maybe we shouldn't neglect the training. Actually, there's a couple of things we need for training. Wow, look at that. There's research that takes 1 entire year, actually. I think what I'm gonna do first of all is the agricultural machinery training. Only takes 7 days and increases my machine durability. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. It's indicated here on the top. How much time you have left? My field is cultivated. We could probably go ahead and fertilize it. At the moment, we have enough of our own manure. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay, so another thing we could think about is corn, for instance. We could have a couple of chicken coops. This would go perfectly together with my plan to actually build a slaughterhouse, for instance. Yeah, I really like that idea. Let's see how large a chicken coop is. Maybe we can have 2 of them. I think the chickens, they multiply a lot faster. You can also see there are actually larger versions of the buildings we have currently. So we have to go with the small ones for the time being, but eventually we can go crazy. Small chicken cubes, I mean, they are not too small, but they're still considered small. I think I want to have my chicken buildings right here, to be honest with you. And we're gonna have at least 2 of these chicken cubes. One I already built here. Let's build 2, and can we fit a third one? I think we can, actually. So that's 2, and the third one goes right here, but this is not gonna leave us any space for a road. Do we need a road? Not really. We don't really need to access it from the other side. So that's going to be fine. We're just going to do it like that. We're also going to have a dirt road right here so I don't forget about it. There we go. Perfect. Now we need to produce corn, right? We need storage for the corn. Let me see, buildings, storage, a large silo. Yeah, let's go with a large one. Why the heck not? Let's see, I'm thinking I want to have it right there. This seems to be fitting. That also means we need to purchase some corn. So maybe let's go into the seed category, and if we search for corn, then it's going to tell us how much we need. Just 9 kilograms. So that's exactly the amount we're going to purchase. Silo is done, which means we're going to have a look into the market and we're going to purchase some corn. I think like 500 or so should be enough, to be honest with you. So 500, we're going to buy that. And we're also going to buy a couple of chickens. For each coop, I think I'm going to start with 5. And they're going to multiply very, very fast. We also need to hire a couple more guys that are good with chickens. So maybe Elliot could be one of the guys. You're gonna remain in this house. We have Leon, which has at least the potential to be good. We want to choose you for this first coop. Then we want to choose you for the second one. Look at that. Okay, we could hire Harriet, but she is very expensive because she has a lot of skill in the harvesting of orchards. Let's hire Thea. I didn't see her. She's got skills with animals. Okay, now we have a caregiver for each of these coops. We also have the corn, which is arriving soon. And we also finished the agricultural machinery training. So I guess it's time to do another training. Maybe the labor law training that is very cheap and it also doesn't take a long time. There we go. Our animals have actually arrived with their little trailer. We can see here the chickens. We can also see there are actually crows in the game. So what we might want to do, I'm not sure how effective this is, but here in this other category, we have scarecrows. So I can place one right here in the center. And we should do that for the other field as well. Good, it's time to go ahead and plant the corn. Actually, do we have the correct machines for that? Probably not. Yeah, we need to purchase another attachment, the precision seeder. All right, that's fine. We have plenty of parking spaces still. Seeder has arrived, so we can choose it. Harper, you're gonna take the job, accept, and we have our first cornfield. Now, this is gonna give us much more corn than we can actually utilize for the chickens, but still, you get the general idea. In the meantime, we can see that the moisture of this field is going down and therefore also the crop quality and the yield you're gonna have from it. So that's something you always need to watch. Some of our animals are ready to breed. The chickens are gonna be ready to breed a lot of the time. So it will cost us some money in order to get the inseminator. And that is exactly what we're gonna do, because then the chickens are gonna multiply. We can have 30 per coop. And then we can set, for instance, everything above 20, we're gonna slaughter. That could be a thing. Now, let me see. In order to store meat, I'm gonna need something very specific. The warehouse with cooling, which is 190,000 bucks. Yeah, that's definitely something we're gonna need. And holy bejeez, that is a little bit larger than I anticipated. Oh man, can I place this here? I could place it here, but then do I have the space for a slaughterhouse? Let's see, we have a large slaughterhouse here. Oh, it is actually marked as an L, so it is going to be a large building as well. Holy cow. Insanity, I tell you. But still, it's like something I would like to test out. And it seems as though we can place the slaughterhouse right there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place it here. And then we're gonna have the warehouse with cooling right here, actually. Should be working out, hopefully. Oh, more animals ready for breeding. Of course, we're gonna automatically call the inseminator. The cornfield is also growing. It's 72 days left, actually, and moisture is still going down here. 21 days for the grass. We still have plenty of silage, I believe. Let's actually check out the silage. Yeah, over 1,000 here at this point. And we also collect some eggs. So maybe eggs is something we could sell automatically. I don't have anything in mind with them. Let's see. Chicken eggs. I want to sell everything of you and then corn. Now we're gonna wait with that. The honey, maybe. Yeah, let's also go ahead and sell the honey. And that's all we have at the moment. But you can see there are plenty of products in the game. Yes, I guess usually if you start with the normal amount of cash, you wouldn't go with these houses. We are left with only 370,000 and we started with 2 million. If we look at this coop, for instance, we already have 9 chickens and we started with 5, if you remember. Here we have the inseminator. There we go. He's just going around inseminating all the chickens, or one of them. Not sure how it exactly works. Anyways, our houses are actually done. There's the slaughterhouse and there is the warehouse with cooling. And actually the honey goes in there from the looks of it. So since this is a warehouse, we're not going to need any people working here, but the slaughterhouse is going to require 5 staff. We can also have a look at our current production, and of course we have the chickens and we have the cows right here. So let's see what we have to do here. take above. So everything that is above this, we want to go ahead and slaughter. I think that's how it works. So let's say 20 in each coop, and then the rest we're gonna slaughter. Everything that is above 20, we're gonna slaughter. Next up, the cows. Everything that is above 3, I guess we want to slaughter in this case. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I guess we will have to observe it. And you can see there's also duck meat, goat meat, goose meat, etc, etc. It's kind of crazy. Rabbit, sheep, and turkey. Alright, I guess let's leave it at that for the time being. Of course, we still want to hire the employees, so let's go through the hiring list here. And then it seems as though we actually don't have enough houses anymore. We need more houses for permanent employees. We can definitely do that. I think I'm just gonna add 2 more like so. We can already set up a couple of these guys, 1 and 2 and 3. So we already have 3 people working in the slaughterhouse at least. Now, at the moment, we don't have enough chickens or cows for any of the slaughtering that is gonna happen, but what you're gonna do? Weeds on your field. Okay, that is something we want to avoid. Weeds on our field. So let's go ahead and choose the spraying thingy-majingy, and we want to choose anti-weed, of course. We want to do it with a machine, we want to do it with our sprayer, and Harper is gonna take the job. After that, I guess it would also be good to water the fields. So do we need like a solution for the watering process? Let me see. Trailer with water, or we could go with the sprinkler. And I think the sprinkler is going to be easier to handle. So we're just going to park it right there. And I guess what we also want is to build a water fountain here, or a well. We can have it actually right there, which is perfect. Look at that, she's already done and the anti-weed stuff has disappeared, and we are actually also now immune for this harvest. Now, since she's done, I guess we need to sprinkle the stuff. So let's choose another tractor, the sprinkler, and Harper, and she's gonna make things all wet and peachy again. Now, we can actually see the sprinkling has finished and we have a perfect field once again. Look at that, we're getting plenty of eggs, so maybe we're actually making profit slowly but surely. I'm not sure how that works. Yeah, we sold eggs for over 1,000 actually already. Oh, our first field is ready for harvest. It is actually the grass field. We are gonna fill up the barn with it and we're gonna produce a whole bunch more silage. At the moment we still had enough for our cows. So now this option actually became available, the harvesting. Now, of course, I don't think we have the harvester just yet. We need to purchase like a mower for this. And we will actually also need something else. We are gonna need like a windrower or something. Where will we find that? Mowers and balers, right there, the windrower. So this is something we can purchase right away as well. And then I think the rest we have. We can then just use the self-loading trailer. So right there, mower has arrived, which means we can go ahead and start mowing this field. Harper, it's gonna be you as always. You're doing a fabulous job. Right there, we can see the fields are being mowed. Of course, this is not something we want to pick up like that, which is why we need the windrower. Chickens are ready to breed like the entire time. This is going really quickly. Here we are already at 20, which is great. 15 here and 14 here. For the first time, our cows are ready to breed, and you can see this is costing us a lot more. 2,000 for the inseminator. And oh, look at that. It seems as though we have started slaughtering our first chickens. We already have 5 units of chickens in the warehouse and we have 31.5 kilograms of chicken meat right there. Oh, we're actually done mowing the field, which means we can go to the next step, which is, of course, windrowing the stuff. Right there. Oh yes, look at that. Looking much more organized in little strips. Some more cows are ready for breeding. I love that, love that. Also, the field is done here, which means we can go to the last step, which is taking my self-loading trailer and getting all that grass in the joint. I think we are grabbing the cows right now. Yeah, this guy just took some cows here and he's bringing it to the slaughterhouse, almost causing an accident. I mean, look at this crazy thing. Look at that, we almost got 10,000 units of grass just from this patch, which is amazing. Okay, so finally, something happened here. Okay, so the slaughterhouse is working, it just needed, you know, some time to warm up or so. And finally, the chicken meat arrived at my warehouse. This probably also has an expiry date. So if we go to sell auto trade, we can have our chickens right here. Look at that, already some cow meat as well. 850 kilograms. So chicken meat, I want to sell all of you, and cow meat also for the time being. Okay, it looks as though we swapped from a silage diet to a grass diet once again. So I think I'm gonna take out the auto manage here, and we're gonna swap this to 80-20. And I'm gonna do this for all of the cow sheds. Also, I think we can sell the grass, like everything that is above 2,000 or so, we should be able to sell. Oh, it looks as though we're actually making a plus now. Let's have a look at our finances. Account history, well, it's still a really bad curve, but you know, generally we're not making too much minus anymore. Now, one more thing I was interested in that I haven't tested out yet. If we go to production, we have, for instance, let me see this, small milk processing plant. And oh my gosh, what do you mean with small? Well, I guess, you know, for testing purposes, I really want to know what this thing is about. We're just gonna place it right there. Oh, I didn't check my cash. Okay, it wasn't too expensive. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a big one. We're gonna make cheese, we're gonna make everything out of milk. It's gonna be amazing. Ah, my milk factory is done. 3 employees, so I'm glad they don't require too many. Let's hire some that are good with that job. You're gonna work here, and we need to choose our current production. So we can do everything that has to do with cow milk. We can make the cow cheese, we can make yellow cow cheese, or we can make butter. So let's make an even amount of each. I guess that's gonna be fine. Now, I'm not sure how I want to handle this. For the time being, I'm gonna deliver all the milk I have to this house. I'm not exactly sure how that works. We will see. At the moment we have 439 milk, all of which is in here. Ah, but we took that out. You saw it disappear right there. And it's probably going right here, right? Let's just wait for this guy to arrive. Yeah, bringing the milk over. We can see it with the truck. I love it how they have different trucks for everything. And now we are using up the milk. So I guess that is an absolutely fine strategy. Look at that, we're actually already producing everything. Oh, that is insanity. Not as slow as the slaughterhouse. The courier couldn't find Elliot Clark, so he's got a package and now I have to search for him. This is our staff list. Elliot Clark right there. So let's deliver the package. That is kind of a nonsense mission right there. Butter and cheese finally have arrived in the warehouse. So they're gonna be sold the next month and hopefully we're gonna make tons and tons of profits. Looks as though our cornfield is gonna be ready and we might actually be able to pull off a second harvest. But let's go ahead and... oh, what do we need? We need 2 people actually for that. We need someone that is taking care of the combine and then another guy taking care of the trailer with the tractor, which means we actually need 2 machines. We could only afford this guy, which is actually capable of taking care of the corn. Well, let's see, how much is that? 1,600. Okay, so we could afford it. Let's do it then. We're gonna buy one of you. You're gonna park right there. And we're gonna need the corn attachment, right? Yeah, this thing right there, which is also gonna be parked over here. Now, of course, we are missing tons and tons of cash. Geez, that's the last thing we can afford today. My machinery is coming along. Thank you very much. You could have brought it in one go, right? What you gonna do? Okay, now we are capable of actually harvesting the stuff. You theoretically can also harvest stuff just using your bare hands and your workers, but why would we do that? Georgia Ball, you're gonna be my second employee for this. Right there. Okay, we set everything up ready for the harvest. So let's actually observe this. We should have one go for the tractor and then the other one for the combine. Yeah, tractor and trailer, and they are getting ready. Where? What are you doing? I was just waiting there. Okay. We're taking care of the corn. I love it. What is happening? Your employee cannot get to the destination. Check if there are suitable roads. Oh, that's not good. Let's see, maybe we have to put a road down here. Not sure how that works. No, that's not the case. Oh my gosh. Oh well. You get the basic gist. I did something wrong there. I will have to figure out what exactly. But it's a good time to stop anyways. What I still want to do is to show you stuff that I haven't built yet so you can get a better idea of what is possible. And after that, we're gonna wrap it up. So there's still, for instance, rabbits in the game. We also have pigs, of course, and we have sheep somewhere. As for the production, there is still a seeds and seedling production, so you don't even have to purchase the seeds if you don't want to. There's also the large processing plant. We have a mill, which is processing grain into flour. We have a juice factory even for vegetable juices and fruit juices. Of course, you can also build orchards and stuff like that. We have the juice factory, frozen food factory as well. So cherry trees or strawberries and such things. In the warehouse category, I think we had a look at everything. Yeah, we purchased everything. These are just smaller versions of the silo. And in the others category, we have mostly decorative stuff, but also a greenhouse. So you can use that during winter, I believe. We have an arbor, a place to rest, interesting. And we even have the wind turbine station. So it allows me to generate electricity and we can sell that to a power plant. So it's kind of a passive moneymaker. And I guess that has been it. Is there anything else we didn't have a look at? The economy. I mean, there are building upgrades, for instance. We could upgrade our farmhouse. We could also buy some land, but we need a certain technology for that or certain training. We have the account history. We can get a loan. And we have a report about income. So you can actually see what's your greatest earner. And of course, for us, it's the cow meat. Look at that. Jesus. And actually the cow milk as well. So cows are very profitable, but the honey isn't far behind. We have an overview of all of our warehouses, which is also useful. Then of course the trade menu, we've been in here. We have the staff list and our hire list. And of course we have additional missions right here. But these are essentially just, the quests that we have listed right here. Great. Okay, I think with that out of the way, I've shown you more or less everything I wanted to show you. This getting stuck problem, I've had that in my previous world, so that's something I hope they are gonna fix or address in some way or the other. But yeah, guys, with that out of the way, I think we're gonna wrap it up. These were almost 2 hours, so the first 2 hours of the game. If you play it with tons of money, of course. If you go with the normal settings, then you ought to make some money first, before you can go for the big houses. So economically speaking, this wasn't the best playthrough, of course, but hopefully I was able to kind of show you what the game is about and maybe spark your interest. But with that out of the way, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you soon. Bye bye.